A old book was found in some old ruins. All the scholars who decoded it puzzled over the mystery of the book. A world with two moons illuminating the sky. The many dazzling adventures of a young boy. But whether or not this is a true story, do you believe in the story woven in the book? Maybe it's a fantasy that existed only in a boy's heart. Let me tell you the story. This ancient book tells of a magical and magnificent fairy tale, and the hero of this wondrous tale, whose name is... Let's go with the default name. Alright, let's get into this. Yeah, this is a very eerie looking place. That's how you know that guy's trying to be slick. I wonder I believe it is... Is it? I think it's Haitian culture in Haiti that... I'm not sure if they do this kind of stuff, but... I know they do black magic of some degree. Uh-oh, breaking it down. Breaking it down. There's one thing, like, I understand there's different people around the world with, like, blue skin. As far as I know, there's a white, brown, yellow. I don't know blue is a color. So you gotta have some patience to do that kind of stuff. What do you tend to do with such fighting power in your hands? I am going to rule the world! Oh damn, the twerking skills though. Yeah, that's the average thing that the most person would do. If you summon like the worst evil power mankind has ever seen, you're probably gonna take over the world. I know I would. Uh-oh. Here it is. Honestly, I didn't think the genie would be so fat. Especially have a gem in his belly button. Wasn't the best tool. You're lucky no one's found you yet, dude. Yeah, he's lucky no one's found him yet. The joke is he actually could have said, "No, are you out your mind?" I feel terrible for that guy. Like, bro. You got swallowed whole. Yeah, I'd be feeling nervous too, bro. Nice windmill. I guess it'd probably be like a windmill too. It's a very nice scenery. Remember I saw this once back on PS2 and this is pretty much the remade version with like slightly better graphics. Okay, I'm coming. And yeah, like it may not be like full high definition, but it's definitely very, very clean. Hey, you done your food? Come on, bruh. Let's go. Time to see what's going on outside. Looks amazing. He looks real happy. How do you go from like that super happy to like brown, like just a straight face real quick? Yeah, just based on the size of this area, I'd classify this as like a village. Town would have a little more people, so yeah, this would definitely be a village. Look at fat kid trying to dance. That's just, wow. He definitely seems excited for this whole thing to happen. Uh-oh. This guy can shoot lasers out of every single part of his body. Shoots out his head, his fingers, his feet. Oh damn. Those are a lot bigger than I probably thought they were gonna be. Sure. The depth of the raindrop. Ahem. I am the Fairy King. I'm the entity that unites all of nature's spirits. Listen, my young one. Something bad has happened. Men blinded by greed have revived the dark genie. This dark genie is terribly powerful. Yeah. My village just got destroyed. That's kind of an understatement. Its power is so great that it could destroy the entire world. I wouldn't doubt it. You saw it. Your own village being destroyed right before your eyes. Thanks for the traumatic experience flashback, bro. Not just your village. In a flash, many villages and towns were destroyed. In one night, half your world was annihilated. Okay, that's crazy. It must be the men from the east that performed the resurrection ceremony. Probably thinking to use this black demon power for war without realizing how frightening it is. It is darkness, pure darkness itself. Long ago, the so-called dark genie almost destroyed the entire world. Its malevolence is that great. The bad thing is, it has the same type of magical power as us, spirits. Unfortunately, we aren't powerful enough to destroy it. Young man, I see that you have a strong will that could withstand the evil power, and also a clear, kind heart. You might be able to fight against the darkness it generates. I decided to stake our fate on you. Let me bless you with power. Wow, now I have the whole world on my shoulders. That's a lot of weight. Ooh, pretty gem. There, surprised? That's called Atlamillia. It's a stone with a magical power. Oh, don't look that way, boy. I'll explain now. It might get too bright for your eyes for a moment. You see, just before the village was destroyed by that genie, I saved the buildings and people by sealing them into spheres called Atla. It seems those Atla were scattered all around by its tremendous magic power. They were probably blown to different places around the world. It probably thinks everything is destroyed. You must restore the world before it realizes what happened. Absorb that which I sealed in Atla, use that Atlamillia and bring them back. Then you'll be able to restore the world to its original form. You may even be able to create an even better world than before. I get to be an artist! Or I guess more like a ventriloquist in a sense. You don't seem to understand anything I'm saying. Oh well, I'll give you another lesson when you acquire some Atla. So long. Bro, I'm a kid. How do you expect me to really understand all that? So I'm like, come on, look at me. I look like I'm 10 years old. Honestly, he probably is. Tone, can you hear them? You should be able to hear them. Voices of the wind, voices of the trees, voices of the animals, and the voices of Earth. They are all calling for your help. Tone, you will probably meet and say goodbye to many people. In talking to these people, you may receive clues to defeating the darkness. Look for them. Now, Tone, your adventure will begin. First, go to the village chief's house. He'll show you where to go next. Whoa. Ah, Tone, you are alive. Seems like we're the only ones in the village that survived. We never dreamt this would happen. One night and our village is gone. Can you believe this, Tone? I feel so helpless. I, the mayor of the village, can't do anything about it. What am I supposed to do now? I guess the only thing we can do is to get help from the guardian of Norun Village, Dran. Dran will not abandon us. He'll help us, for sure. I have a favor to ask, Tone. Go to the Divine Beast Cave and tell Dran what happened. Divine Beast Cave is the cave outside towards your right-hand side. You've probably seen it before. I may be imagining things, but I sense something has changed about the cave. Be careful. Well, thanks for the fair warning. This is the cave key. I put the things you might need in your bag for you. Don't get carried away. If you get in trouble in there, come back here. I'll get you more supplies. Good luck. I don't even need those, so it doesn't even matter. Oh, cool, I got a spiky bug. Pretty much it's a worm. Anything up here? Nope. Check around. Guess that's everything. Honestly, Tone looks white as all hell, but like his attire makes it, like, I don't even know where this kid would be considered to be from. Hi, Grandpa. It's for real this time, Tone. From here on, you will be put to the true test. First, conquer this wretched Divine Beast's cave and find Dran's lair. That's your first goal. Honestly, him showing me his back didn't really give me any clue to anything around it. Like, it had no relevance. Since you're a beginner, I'll give you a lesson on how to fight in the dungeon. First, to advance on the next floor in the dungeon, acquire a gate key for the door leading to the next floor. Each dungeon has a different gate key. For the Divine Beast Cave, Dran's crest will be the gate key. The gate key is almost always carried by a monster in the dungeon. You must defeat the monsters to acquire the gate key. Since you can't tell which one has the key, you just have to defeat them all one by one. Yeah, that's gonna take a long time. Next, I'll tell you about how to return to the ground level rather than advancing to the floor below. Okay. To return to the ground level, mind connect with me. In other words, speak with your mind. When you do this, I will transport your body to the ground level. Just select Leave Dungeon from the main menu. But be aware, if there are monsters left on the floor, the Mind Connect won't work. It will be blocked by their evil energies. Which I don't quite get. In such cases, use the item Escape Powder to get out on your own. The Northern Village Chief has lots of it, so be sure to get it before you go. You can also Mind Connect with me when you go through the gate to the next floor of a dungeon. When you re-enter the dungeon, you can start at the new level so you don't have to worry about losing progress. Well, at least that works. Next, it's on to weapons. Be aware that weapons are breakable. Well, nothing lasts forever. The more you use a weapon, the more it wears, and finally it breaks. Broken weapons will disappear. To prevent weapons from breaking, use the item Repair Powder. It will restore their weapon hit WHP, which I'm guessing will probably be weapon hit points. The longer you use a weapon by repairing, the more magic it absorbs from monsters and thus becomes stronger. It's said that when a weapon reaches its full strength, it can change to a more powerful form. Keep that in mind. It's kind of like Pokemon, but with swords. Oh, I cast a special spell on the dagger you have, so it'll never disappear. Thanks a lot. At least I know I'm always gonna have one weapon. But all the new weapons you will get once they you get during the quest will disappear once they break. So be careful. Don't waste your hard work by letting a weapon break and disappear. Finally, the important stuff. This sphere, Atla, where I protected and sealed the fragments of the world. If you see an Atla, don't hesitate to touch it. You can absorb the contents of an Atla into Alamilia by touching it. Sounds pretty straightforward. When you return to the surface, you'll be able to begin reassembling these fragments of the world. Oops, today's lesson went a little long. Show me your true ability on this quest. Well, that was easy. Way up fast. Wow, what are the chances of that? And I just noticed the wristlets for his gloves are huge. Like, I would be kind of concerned if someone gave me gloves like those. Honestly, if I were to wear them as often as he did, I think my hands would be very, very sweaty. I think the weather would probably get wet, and I probably wouldn't be able to grip the sword well. Road acquired. I'm glad creatures in this game are actually stupid. Here, let me just put that's bread. Yeah, man. Got Macho's house. There I go. Also, I probably could have hugged it down to like literally the last weapon hit point, but that was getting on my nerves. That sound is very, very annoying. Oh, nice. anything? No? Okay. At least replenish one first. Oh! It's getting hard. I'm not even stressing the health thing. There's literally a giant pool. Tram oil. We'll figure out what that tram oil is for later. And funny enough, the last thing I get is the map. Oh, nice health. Whoa, okay. Forgot how sensitive these buttons are for, excuse me, these type of games. I'm gonna leave the dungeon temporarily, just so I can recuperate and get everything sorted. Another cutscene. Why do you look like super surprised? Seems like you finally came back with some Atla. Very well then, I shall teach you as I promised. The pieces are sealed inside Atla. Now release by touching the Atla with your left hand where the power of the Atla resides. Buildings and people that were sucked into Atla will be restored to their original form. Once you bring them back to the ground level, you can arrange them as you wish. By going back and forth between dungeon and ground level, you can restore the earth to its original form. That's your mission as the one who was granted the power of the Atla. You're giving a kid a lot of work. Now, let us move on. This may get a bit technical. Haven't you heard of keep it simple? If you wanted to place buildings, etc., press the select button while walking and go to edit mode. Press the select button again to return to walking mode. Okay. In edit mode, you can reassemble buildings that have fallen apart and place them on the ground. Seeing is believing. Try it yourself. Must be faster than listening to my lecture. Oh yes, and if you ever forget the things I teach you, use this. Wow, a manual. It's a guide for using Atla and other things. I wrote it for beginners like you. Wait. So you were expecting this to happen? I see conspiracy. Manual can be selected from the main menu. Read it really carefully. Okay, I'll leave the world's reconstruction to you. I'll be watching. So long. Okay, that sounds kind of pedo, like you're gonna always be watching me. You're kind of almost as messed up as Santa Claus, really. Alright. Check my weapon. Weapon's okay for now. Please tell me it'll give me more repair powder. Because I really need some. Oh, thank God. Alright, and I should have... Yep, awesome. You know what? Let's fully revitalize the guy. Okay. Is that being the case? Well stocked up. Okay. Venture day 1, dusk. So, pretty much the end of, well, almost the end of the day. Alright guys, I'm going to be taking a short break. Just gonna go get some water. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about the delay. Alright, so I will do one more dungeon. Or dungeon level. And yeah, we'll probably end that for the day. Alright. B2. So there's only 6 Atla on this floor. So it should be a little easier to go through. I'm glad I could still keep getting the weapon repair powders. I can actually keep on building up and building up and building up my my daggers. The thing is, I'm gonna need to find a weapon eventually. That's a very strange concept for a monster. I got Dran's Crest already. I'm getting lucky with that. Ooh, I got a treasure key. Come here. Yo, back off. Those key bats are nasty with poison. When I look at this in old school video games, like, this is what pretty much made games work really well. You could have lower graphic, like certain details were lower on the graphics, but it made it work. Like, and this is actually, I actually went to school for the base of this. Like, we did what was called texture work. Nice. And yeah, we had what was called texture work, and pretty much like we would make objects and actually like pretty much we'd put pictures, and like, yeah, it was kind of fun, to be completely honest. And you could really make anything if you knew how to do it properly. It was very, very cool. Pretty much I remember we actually made this. We had to learn how to make eyes like go literally back and forth. Ow. Hold on. Let's see if I could finish it. Yeah. I wish it was that easy to repair weapons in real life. Getting a lot of people and houses. Alright, there we go. Well, let's finish this off. Good night. Alright, and that's everybody done. Love the basic, like the basicness of the torches. These are very basic graphics, and it's, I don't know, to me this is very addicting. As you can see, sun's starting to go down. Pretty much becoming nighttime. Or I guess this would be technically considered evening. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, guys, we're gonna be cutting this for today. If you, well, we're probably gonna be doing Dark Cloud again next week. So stay tuned. If you guys have not already, subscribe to the YouTube, and let's try and hit like at least 100 likes for this video. I would love to see that. All the support really means a lot. So I'm really hoping that you enjoy this, and we will continue Dark Cloud again soon. Alright, Slippy out.